Hi everybody, I'm Barry Stokes, host of the Fox Sports Outdoors television series on Fox Sports Southwest and Fox Sports South. Hey, I just took delivery of my brand new NITRO Z-8 high performance fishing boat. And I wanted to take just a second, give you a quick walkthrough, a quick rundown on some of my favorite features of this fantastic fishing rig, boat, motor, and trailer. So let's begin here by just some real conveniences that the folks at NITRO have built in. Beginning with the trailer actually here. When you launch this boat, they've provided 2 step pads so that when you're climbing up into that boat for any reason, if you're going to work on it in your garage, if you're going to launch it, you've got a place to step up here, a place to step up here. Then you come on up here higher, and when you step into the boat, they provided an anti-skid step pad right here. So it's 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps into the boat, and then you're right into the boat. The next thing here that they provided is a recessed foot pedal area for your trolling motor. Provides a lot of relief. You're able to stand on 2 feet all day long, balanced, and you don't come up at the end of the day sore from having to stand on 1 foot all day with your trolling motor pedal up much higher. Next up, I want to come back here and talk about some of the gauges and instruments that they've thought of everything when they built the NITRO console here. And you can see everything is right in front of you when you're controlling the boat, including the speedometer, RPM gauge, water pressure gauge, trim gauge, oil level, fuel level, and then everything to control your live wells is right here. Recirculate pumps, fill pumps, aerator, pump out, everything is right at your fingertips. The live well system in a NITRO performance bass boat is unbelievable. It'll keep your fish alive, if anything will. All the sides are rounded and contoured, and all of the pumps are absolutely first rate and will keep those fish alive all day long. Now, the other thing you can see across there, I like a dual console boat. I like that protection for my passenger from the wind and rain if it's raining or any of the elements, but easily the NITRO Z-8 and Z-9 boats can turn into a single console boat because that console is removable. And if you want to see some more detail about that, go right back to my website, foxsportsoutdoors.com. Look under the how-to video section and find the video on the NITRO Z-8 and Z-9 removable consoles. It shows how that console removes. It's very easy. You can store it in your garage or in your attic when you're not using it. And with 3 thumb screws, it will easily attach right back in the boat. A very convenient feature. Next up, let's talk about the performance of a NITRO high performance fishing boat. I have a lot of guests and passengers that ride and fish along with me in my Z-8, and they're constantly commenting about how stable the ride in my NITRO is. Once you get this boat up on plane, which is very easy to do, it's got a great hole shot. Once you get it up, it's very stable, both from side to side and against all that slapping. A lot of times you ride in a boat and you have a little bit of chop on the water, and the way that hull is designed, you have a lot of noise and a lot of slapping against those waves. NITRO, you barely even feel any of that chop on the water, but the stability of the ride from side to side is truly amazing, enough that folks comment about it all the time. Now, the other thing I really like about the design of the hull is the way it repels and throws that wake and that water away from the boat when you're on plane. You don't have a lot of blowback or a lot of water coming back into the boat. Somehow they've got that hull designed where that water rides up the sides and then repels away from the boat. It's a very high, stable, and dry ride. It's an amazing hull and transom design on the NITRO. A couple of other amazing little features here that I love. I like a jack plate on my engine that allows me to control the depth or how deep that engine rides in the water, and allows me to get in some really shallow water. Like in the springtime when the fish are spawning, I can actually get up in some really skinny water by raising the engine up on the jack plate, barely keeping that prop underwater, and I can putter and idle across some really shallow stuff. And then they've got the boat buckles on here that are very easy and convenient. They stay on the trailer, and when you get ready to load, you just push a button, pull that clamp up, latch it on right here, and it just holds the boat down to the trailer very easily. Next up, the storage in a NITRO is really amazing as well. It's well laid out, well thought out. You can see the rod storage boxes will hold full 7.5, even 8-foot rods very easily, and will hold lots of rods on both sides. Now, this big main compartment right here holds all my tackle boxes. You can organize those all the way across, as you can see, and it'll hold tons and tons of dry storage here. It's got lights, built into it for night fishing as well. Also like some of these features here, like little trash can to keep all your trash from all the food you eat during the day and your line clippings and that kind of thing. And then it's got a built-in cooler that'll keep your drinks and your food cool all day long with an insulated cooler built in as well. Next up, let's go to the back half of the boat. And one of the things that they've designed into the boat is really amazing here. The upholstery in a Nitro is just gorgeous. It's beautiful, it's well thought out, the attention to detail is amazing, and the last thing you want to do is get that upholstery dirty with your old nasty feet. Well, here's what they've done. They've put a skid-proof built-in step pad on either side here so that when you get ready to go back up into the back side of the boat, you just step on that step pad right here and you never have to get your upholstery dirty. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is something that most people would actually never see. When you open the back deck of a Nitro high-performance fishing boat, you will be amazed at what you're going to see under here. Now, in a lot of boats I've seen, you open that back deck and it's just a mess. It's a tangle of wires and hoses and batteries, and it's nasty and filthy, and you never know what's going on underneath there. You'll never see that in a Nitro. Everything is clean, well routed, and well designed underneath this boat. The attention to detail here is truly amazing. In fact, I've got another entire video that shows you in much greater detail what they've done to the back deck and the underneath part of this compartment of a Nitro. Go back to my how-to video section on this YouTube channel and find the Nitro rear deck storage compartment video, and you'll see in much greater detail what they've done that most people would never see, but it's something I really pay attention to. Hey, I want to tell you, I've been running Nitro high-performance fishing boats for well over 20 years now. We've been running them on our television shows. We have been absolutely thrilled with the product. We've never had a structural problem. They do a great job designing these boats. They stand behind their product, and I can assure you, you invest your time and money in a Nitro high-performance fishing boat, you'll never be disappointed.